I have a confession to make. There's a phrase that I tell my clients and friends and family as well that I believe thoroughly that I did not live up to this week. The phrase is, you have to challenge it to change it, or any version of that. There's no change without challenge, etc. I preach this from the standpoint of personal training all the time. But what I was challenged with this week was a different kind of change. It was changing my normal. It was an opportunity to do something similar to what I have been doing, but at the same time, completely different. Meaning I was faced with this opportunity that could have completely changed my life as I know it. And based on what I always tell people, that you have to challenge it to change it, and change is good because you don't grow without change. You don't grow without challenge. The thing is, I forgot my own advice, and when I remembered it, I still didn't choose to take my own advice. And the true reason behind it is that change is hard. And as much as I can accept physical challenges and tell myself that I always love a challenge, that's not always true. But I'm not talking about this to talk about myself. I'm talking about this in order to talk a little bit about truth and change. Now, I would really like to believe that I will always jump at the opportunity for a challenge. But the truth is, blame it on the fact that the last however many years of my life have been extremely difficult. But I would really, really, really welcome some comfort, some easy, don't have to work hard for it comfort. But the fact is, we're never promised that. And more importantly, if we're not growing or progressing or evolving, we are not stagnant, we are regressing. There is something that we are missing out on by always choosing comfort. Now, specifically, I'm talking about fitness, a life of faith, and personal development. I believe a lot of times when we choose comfort, it is when we have a choice to make between something that would get us a step further in the right direction of personal development and growth, or a little closer to God, a little deeper in our relationship with God, or a little bit better in our physical disciplines. When we choose comfort, it's totally natural and it's completely permissible, but it's not usually beneficial. Side note, rest, like I mentioned in the 6 pillars of the fit life, rest is really important. So I'm not talking about the comfort of taking a rest day or a Sabbath. I'm just talking about taking the easy way out with decisions, backing down from a challenge. Now, that said, my personal situation that challenged me with this is something that I do believe there's grace for in the decision that I made. By that I mean, in this certain situation, I believe I did make the right decision, but it did cause me to think, and it did inspire this video. I just really think that this is an important subject, because in today's society, it's getting easier and easier to take the easy way out. Because of technology and all of the resources we have at our fingertips. And it's really easy to follow the crowd. And it's really easy to, sit down and keep your mouth shut instead of standing up for what you believe in. And it's really easy to go along with peer pressure. And it's really easy to neglect responsibilities and relationships and avoid human contact by, sitting down in front of Netflix for a few hours or whatever other media you consume. It's not easy to make selfless decisions to spend time with friends who are in need of a little encouragement or just a little quality time with your family when you would rather be doing something for you. It's not easy to take a stand when you see someone being mistreated when they have nothing to do with you. It's none of your business, right? It's not easy to advocate for people who don't have power or voice or financial means to stand up for themselves and advocate for themselves. It's not easy to stand up for what you believe in, and it's not easy to walk by faith. By walk, if you guys don't know what that means, walking by faith isn't physically walking. It's just believing and trusting God every single day and seeking to know who He is deeper every single day in His Word, the Bible, and trusting Him that He's going to equip you to stand up for what is right and live out your faith rather than just speaking it. So you're not only just talking the talk, but now you're walking the walk. It's not easy to love people without condemning them in your own heart. It's not easy to love people unconditionally. It's not easy to love people sacrificially. It's not easy to be selfless. Now, on a little lighter note, fitness, it's not easy. Personal development, it's not easy. It's not easy to teach yourself disciplines. It's not easy to teach yourself new habits. It's not easy to get rid of bad habits, like I talked about in the last video. But it's also not easy to get into great shape and take care of your body. But it's a responsibility and it's a privilege and it's something to be grateful for, and it's something that is so worth the effort. And at the end of your life, do you really want to look back and see hundreds of thousands of hours of Netflix watched while sitting on a couch, or the amount of pounds gained from inactivity? Do you want to see the map of your life marking you as having only been in one place? Do you want to see the number of lives that you were able to change and affect for the better be less than 5? Or do you want to see an incredible effect that your life had? Do you want your life to have meaning and value and purpose? Then you have to get up off your butt and do something about that. And that can be literal or that could be figurative. Take your headphones out. Talk to somebody. Be available for people to come approach you. Be friendly. Smile at people. Make yourself available. Make yourself approachable. And yes, that's going to cut into your comfort level, but that's the whole point. You and me together, we're going to get really uncomfortable, and we're going to have to stay uncomfortable. And this isn't easy for me either. This is actually pretty terrifying because I'm pretty introverted. But this is what life's about. And truly, I'm not going to be a happier person if I claim the introvert card every time there's a situation where I'm uncomfortable. True or not, I would rather be uncomfortable as an introvert and actually experience life than I would to just sit inside the rest of my life and do nothing, or stay quiet when I could actually help somebody. If I have a voice, I'm going to use it, and you have one too, and I'm asking you to use it for good. Get uncomfortable with me. Let's cause fitness. Whew. And live our best lives right now, today. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. Let's just do it today. Whatever your choice is today, I don't know what that is. It could be something super tiny that no one would even notice if you didn't make the decision that you know you're supposed to make, or it could be something major like what I just experienced. But either way, I really urge you, I really encourage you to be self-aware and really sit down and think about it. Before you make a decision, pray about it, journal it, talk to people who are more experienced or have been down that road, whatever that decision may be. Maybe the best decision is to take a route that seems a little more comfortable right now, but make sure that you know you're doing it for the right reasons and not just copping out of something because you don't feel like it. I know for me with my decision, like I said, I believe this is the right decision, but it did take a lot of processing and asking for advice and praying and journaling. And I followed the route that had the most peace attached to it. When you are trusting God to lead you, there's no yellow brick road. It takes a lot of time, and it takes a lot of prayer and meditation and reading the word and asking people for advice. A lot of times God speaks through his word to lead you. A lot of times he speaks through the people in your life. Sometimes he doesn't though, and the people in your life are leading you the wrong way. So make sure that you're praying for wisdom and discernment in order to know the difference. But he also speaks in peace. So if you don't know what the right decision is, whatever that may be, ask yourself, ask God, which has the most peace. All right, y'all, I'm going to leave you with that. It's a little heavier this week, but it was kind of heavy. So look at me. I get off the mountain for my birthday weekend in Mammoth and come back and just hit you guys with a freaking bomb. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you got something out of it. I love you and I'm praying for you. And please let me know if you have any questions. I am very excited about this new year coming. I would love for you to be a part of my accountability group on Facebook. I would love for you to check out my Patreon page. And I'm going to put links to all of these in the description box below. Have an amazing week. Bye. And if you watched to the end of this video, give me a thumbs up in the comments below. And I'll see you next time.